G'day guys, how you going? Sorry I haven't posted in a while, just haven't had time to do so, but I'm back here with a bit of a different video today. It's not so much to counter galactic legends, so to speak, but is today I'm showcasing what the Bad Batch can do. I have been able to almost counter galactic legends with the Bad Batch, but not today. I won't be showing my close victory with Galactic Legends REY. You are able to counter REY with Bad Batch. I think I need a little bit more relics into them, and then I should be able to counter REY no problem. If I have time, I will showcase it very quickly, but it's not the main focus of today's video. I'm currently grinding Lord Vader, and hence why I do have a relic Bad Batch up and running, and my goodness have I been enjoying them so much. In today's video I just want to go over how I'm modding them, where I can probably improve in modding. I'm also going to show how Bad Batch easily beats both Revans, Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan, and also a possible counter to gas. It is a little bit it can go south, but it is definitely very possible. So let's get into it, and we'll start off with the leader, Hunter. I will quickly explain how they basically work, but I won't spend too long on it. So if you don't know how the mechanics work of the Bad Batch, basically the entire team relies on the true damage that they inflict when they have defense up. So, and there's a whole lot of other things that make this team just talk to each other so well. Just this short text here: when Bad Batch allies use an ability while they have defense up, they deal true damage to all enemies. Now, you'll definitely notice this in all the battles when the enemy team just falls apart, like the characters just fall over dead. But there are so many other things that go into this team that would take me years to explain all the mechanics. But basically, how the team operates is, we don't really care about Omega so much, but it all relies on Echo mostly. You really want a fast Echo. I've just happened to have a 375 Echo, which is just insanely fast. I just had amazing rolls. I had a 27 secondary here, 27 secondary here, a 22 that I will calibrate soon, and hopefully get a possible 28, which would be pretty nice. But obviously 375 is already way too much, but there's no such thing as too much. So I got a 26 here and a 24 there. So Echo is blazing fast. He is one of the fastest non-legendary, non-galactic legends character. He ties with Moff Gideon, so I think his base speed is 192. So Moff Gideon and Echo are neck and neck, so to speak. So how the team operates is, you want Echo to open up first, and you want him to open up with Never Any Doubt, which is probably almost the most overpowered ability, which basically sucks in all the buffs from the enemy team, and then inflicts daze and healing immunity, which is unresistible and you cannot evade it. And all the buffs that he rips off, for each one he gives himself and all the other Bad Batch 5% turn meter. And so you'll see this in action, especially against Jedi Knight Revan, when he starts the team up with Tenacity up. Echo's going to come in there, strip the buffs, and feed his entire team turn meter. So that's why you want Echo really fast, because you want him to get out there first, strip the buffs, give obviously the Bad Batch turn meter so they can outrun the enemy team. So that's basically what Echo's there for, to obviously get the team rolling. Tech, you want it to modded so Tech will come in straight after Echo. Tech isn't as fast, his base speed isn't as fast as Echo's, but you can definitely work with it so it can work. So we just got to make sure when we're modding Tech, he gains 10 speed already from just a little part of his unique ability. He gains 1 speed for each clone trooper ally, doubled for Bad Batch. So if you've got all Bad Batch and Omega, you will get 10 speed. But in most of the battles I'm going to show here, we probably won't be using Omega, probably Shark T. But in any case, Tech is going to gain that extra speed. So if you're modding, you just got to make sure you're including that 8, 10, whatever, how much speed he's getting extra, because you don't want Tech to go first before Echo. Which probably won't happen in my case because my Echo is just so fast. Okay, so anyway, so the basic idea is Echo opens up with Never Any Doubt and puts Daze and Healing Immunity on the team, right? Unresistible, unavoidable. Tech is then supposed to come in with Brilliant Idea. Brilliant Idea, it will then pretty much inflict an auto stun on all enemies that are dazed, which is just, as the ability says, it's a brilliant idea because Echo is going to have that unresistible, unavoidable daze straight off the bat, and then Tech is going to have all that turn meter hopefully Echo's given him, and Tech will go next with Brilliant Idea. And because all the enemies are auto-dazed, he should be able to stun all enemies as well. Now this can be resisted, and this goes past a potency tenacity check, so you want to build Tech for potency. As well as a bit of speed, as much speed as you can get into him, but hopefully when Echo strips buffs, he should have enough turn meter to then definitely go next, so you don't need him to be incredibly fast. So he's 283 at the moment, plus the 8 or 10 he gets, he's around 290, something like that, but you definitely want him modding for potency because you do want that stun straight after Echo goes, which you will definitely see in the battles we're about to do. We'll move on to Wrecker. Wrecker is another extremely important addition to the Bad Batch. He is the tank of the team. He is going to take so many hits, and this is where the Galactic Legends REY counter comes in. I will briefly discuss about this when we get to it, but we'll wait and see if we do. So the whole idea, remember I was talking about Hunter's leadership before, they deal true damage if they have defense up. So how do we get defense up? So there's 2 ways we can get it, through just using Bad Batch characters, that is. Echo's basic grants defense up for 2 turns on the weakest clone trooper ally who doesn't already have it. So that is one way. It is a little bit slow because Echo, once he goes, he's going to start off with his second special, and then once he goes again, it's going to be second special, and it will be a while before he gets to his basic to give that defense up. So I wouldn't say that's the best way of getting it, and that's why Wrecker's here. So Wrecker's special 2, Wrecking Ball, is great for 2 reasons. Well, actually 3. So 3 reasons. He gains Taunt, which is great. He gives all clone trooper allies defense up, which is great for Hunter's lead, so we can now deal true damage to all enemies every time we use an ability. And also, when he's furious, he inflicts stuns on enemies for 2 turns. Now, I only believe there is one other character that does a 2-turn stun, which is Kylo Ren Unmasks on his first special. 2-turn stun is fantastic. So if you happen to miss out on Tech's stun, for instance, you use Brilliant Idea, and for some reason one of the enemy units resists the stun, you can build Wrecker to then come in straight after that. He's not extremely fast, but because of all the turn meter he's going to get from the buffs, hopefully you strip from the enemy team, he's going to go next, and he is going to do Wrecking Ball, and he will inflict stun on enemies for 2 turns. So you've got like a backup plan, a plan B mostly, but you have to be furious. So how do we become furious? So it works, you need 10 stacks of fury to become furious, I believe that's how it works. And you can become furious from the start of the battle if all allies are Bad Batch. So if you have Omega in there, Wrecker's going to become instantly furious. and when Rekka gets his go, he'll be able to inflict that 2-turn stun. Having said that, if you're not in a full team of Bad Batch, you won't be furious from the get-go, which is sometimes a little bit annoying because you won't be able to get that 2-turn stun till a little bit later, but that ability is still great to get the taunt up and defense up. So definitely another important character, and they all add to how they talk to each other during battle. So let's quickly jump into a battle, and I'll explain how everything works. Hopefully in Squad Arena we have the 3 teams I want to go up against, and maybe 4 if we get to it. We'll get to Galactic Legends REY. But first off, I want to start off with a Jedi Knight Revan team, if we can find one, because it is probably the easiest battle you'll ever do. Jedi Knight Revan should be in here somewhere. Not with REY, we don't want that. Okay, if we can't find one, I will do a Darth Revan battle, if we can find one of them. I've been trying to lower my rank, so I put C-3PO in there. Okay, so this is probably not the ideal Darth Revan team, but it's what we have. Usually, instead of Darth Vader, you'd probably have HK-47. What do we got here? 293, so not the fastest Darth Revan in the world, but in most cases, I think my Echo will outrun most, if not all, Darth Revans. You got to make sure your Echo does if you're trying to do this Darth Revan counter. I will say it does get a little bit spicy. You might lose a couple characters just because of how Death Mark works and stuff like that. But otherwise, we should win this battle, hopefully. Definitely you want all the Zetas on Bad Batch. If you miss one, you're missing out on viability. The reason I'm using Shakti here is just I believe she's a better use instead of Omega. I know there's conversation out there that Omega can provide that extra boost to the Bad Batch, but in this situation, Shakti makes the team. She makes it win. We can win against Darth Revan using Shakti. So a good thing about Shakti is she gains turn meter every time a clone trooper is damaged. So she's going to get so much turn meter when, for instance, maybe Revan does shock or fear, or Bastila does wild lightning. There's a few AoEs in this team that we're going to go against, and Shakti is just going to gain so much turn meter. She'll be able to get out there and obviously get offense up, call everyone to assist if she wants, or even heal up the team. Don't worry about her leadership unless you're going to use her as a lead to lead the Bad Batch or 501st, but there is some situations you'd use it, but not all. Probably not the best for this situation. So, let's try this Darth Revan battle with our Bad Batch here. Yeah, let's see how we go. I have tried this a few times. I have won, I have lost. Let's see how we go. It is quite a messy battle. It can go sideways. So let's see how we go. Let's we don't want to Master System Revan because we can't, but we might give this over to Rekka. Okay, cool. Rekka's going to give our defense up. Tech is going to go. Stun Vader, nice. Let's call Hunter to assist. Hunter assist again. 3 times you should go. There goes Revan. Lovely. Oh, not good. I think Hunter might be out of here just via Death Mark. Yep, that's okay. Wonder if Malik will solo us here. Strip the buffs. And call a mass assist, hide. Yep, beautiful. Get Tech to assist because he's got target lock. And furious, so double tap here. Just inflict healing immunity on daze again. Let's do this. Beautiful. Lovely. Awesome. So it was a little bit messy because we lost Hunter there to Deathmark, but that's expected most of the time. But otherwise, that's generally how you want the battle to go. You want to get that defense up as soon as possible so you can get chipping away. That Shakti Zeta came in clutch when we had Retribution, so every time when Revan inflicted shock there, we all countered attack into him and knocked him down pretty quickly. So we'll move on to hopefully a Jedi Knight Revan or a gas battle, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I found a gas here that we're going to try using our Bad Batch for. I have only seen this done only a couple times. When Arnold first did the character release for Echo, he did try it, and I just wanted to refresh on it because it is probably a long forgotten counter, this is a really nice counter and it does work sometimes. In this case, it probably will work. Rex is way too slow than what it really should be, around 315 to be really competitive in today's, like, I would say, meta. 256 is very, very slow. But in the case that he was 315 or so, we can do a little bit of math here and see if he potentially could outrun us. If he does outrun us, that is a little bit of an issue. But let's do the math, okay? So let's just quickly... so let's just pretend this was a 315 Rex. So all 501st allies have 4% speed for each 501st ally present. So that means he gets speed 4% for Arc Trooper, Fives, Echo, and Gas. He doesn't get an extra 4% for himself. So that's 16%. Let's find what 16% is of 315. Sorry. 315 times 0.16. And then we add that to 315. 365. Now I'm pretty sure that's the calculation. That's the math. I'm almost certain of it. If it isn't, please correct me in the comments, or if you're in my guild, give me a direct message and I will fix it up. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You have the starting total of whatever the speed is, times it by the percent, and because it's out of 100, it's 0.16, equals 50.4, and then you add that back to your total. So that Rex, if he was 315, he'd be 365 speed. Let's just round down. Which, in fact, is still slower than my Echo. If you don't know already, my Echo is 375, very, very fast, but we are still 10 speed ahead, so we should still be able to get out there. If he was a 315, we're definitely going to beat this one, as he's only 256, I think it was. Yeah, 256, so we definitely should be able to get out there and definitely smash him. Now, we are not going to use Shark Tea for this one. In fact, we're going to use something a little bit peculiar, I would say, and that is Moff Gideon. So the way this kind of works is Echo's going to get out there, but there's no buffs to strip. So in a real case scenario, because there's no buffs to give Tech any turn meter, if Rex was actually 315, Rex would go give so much turn meter, because all that unresistible healing immunity and days would just give them so much turn meter and they just steamroll us. So because there is no, in an ideal situation, Tech wouldn't be able to outrun a 315 Rex, but in this case it would work because my Tech is faster than his. But let's just pretend it is a 315 and Tech won't outrun them. So we're going to have Moff Gideon here to help us out. Now, my Moff Gideon isn't as fast as my Echo because I want Echo to open up, and then I want Moff Gideon too. So the great thing about Moff Gideon is we got two things that are great about him. So control the situation, probably another overpowered ability, is when he basically strips all turn meter from the enemy. So which is fantastic. So then we'll be definitely able to outrun the enemy team, which is ideal, because we want to be able to get all of our Bad Batch allies to go before their gas starts rolling. Another great thing is demoralized. 50% less offense, critical chance, critical damage, which comes in clutch because gas is going to go beast mode because of all of our buffs, which, if you don't know already, General of the 501st, when an enemy gains a buff, all 501st allies gain 2% offense stacking. So because Bad Batch are so buff heavy, we're going to supercharge his gas. So we got to be able to get through this team pretty quick. Otherwise, gas is going to get up and he's going to obliterate us. So that's Gideon comes in for turn meter, obviously, and also that demoralize is very helpful. Let's go in there and I'll show you how this works. Furious. Okay, so that's not ideal. We definitely wanted to be able to get the rest of them out before gas got back up. We'll see how we go here. We might lose this one, because ideally we should have been able to get all the... Yeah, fuck, we're taking a little bit too long here. Nah, damn! Ah, that's a fail. Alright, let's try it again. Over and over again. Alright, Days healing immunity. Pull back the turn meter. Get Hunter to bash his turn meter down. Sure. Stun. Beautiful. We're actually doing it. Here we go. And I wonder if gas will solo us now. Yeah. Oh. Stun. Any immunity days? Won't be able to counter attack. Let's hide under the stealth. Yep. Put that over. Let's just do that. Top off. Turn meter down 50%. Let's go again. Yo, let's go. Yes, so you can do it. Just a bit of RNG. Oh my goodness, I was focusing so hard just then. Well, there you go. Bad Batch does work against gas. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's probably about time I show you REY. I wasn't going to, but I might as well. It is a Bad Batch video, so we'll finish it off with a REY battle. I'm not gonna win this one. I already know. You need pretty decent relics on your Bad Batch, and Relic 5 across the board isn't going to cut it, unfortunately. But I just want to demonstrate the concept of it, and in the future, when I do get my relics up a little bit more, I will put another video out, and hopefully I do complete it after a few attempts. But basically the general idea is, again, Wrecker, just absolute Yeah, Dauntless Commando is just hard carries as Rey, hey. It's all about, this unique here. At the start of the battle, Wrecker gains 20% max health and protection for each other Bad Batch ally. So that's Hunter, Echo, Tech, and if you have Omega on there. So that's another 20, 40, 60, 80%. 80% more health, more protection, okay? So that's one. That's what he gets. Like, okay, so Relic 5, I've got protection primaries across the board, 112,000, 72,000. So he's just below 200,000. So, do you want to do some quick math? Let's just say 72,000 times 0.8 plus 72,000. So 129 health. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. So 129,600. This is just approximate numbers, by the way. And what was his protection? 112,000 by 0.8 plus 112,000. Okay, so now, just for the argument's sake, my Wrecker with all Bad Batch allies, so I'll have to have Omega in there. My health and protection pool, combined with that Dauntless Commando active, I would have 129,600. This is again just approximate numbers, plus 209,600. Oh, that's a little bit too many. That is my health and protection pool, right? 331,200. That's just by averaging. I just did 72,000 and 112,000, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'm going to have, what, 331,000 it was? Okay. So now just keep that in mind, and now look at Hunter's lead here. Bad Batch allies have 35% max health and 35% max protection. So I think the way the math works is we have to do the lead first. So we'll have to do this again, unfortunately. So 72,000 times 0.35 plus 72,000. Alright, so 97,200. And then his protection, we're going to round it to just 12 by 0.35 plus. Sorry, bear with me here. Okay, so I've got his health and protection now. So his health will be 97,200 and his protection will be this number here, 151,200. This is, again, just reminding you guys, it's just an average number. I'm just rounding down my health and protection just to an easy number so that I can work with. All right, so now we're going to do the 80% from Wrecker's unique ability. So we're going to go 97,200. So this is his health pool after the Hunter lead, times 0.8 plus 97,200. 174,960. Okay, and then we go 151,200 times 0.8 plus 151,200, and that's his protection pool after Hunter lead, and that's it after his unique ability. Okay, so now we've considered Hunter's lead first, and now Wrecker's unique after that, and his total health and protection pool is, so that's his health there, 272, 160. That's his protection, and that's his total. So 447,120. So he's at like 450,000 health and protection combined. Now, if we want to really think about this, what does translation do? One stack of translation. 30% max health. So if Rekka gets translation, that's like another 30% max health. I'm not even going to do the math, but do you see what I'm getting at here? His health and protection pool, even at Relic 5, is going to be over the 500,000s. Like, isn't that crazy? Well, I'll tell you what's more crazy is my Relic 5 Rekka is going to eat sudden whirlwinds for breakfast. So, and this is how the general strategy works: is Rekka is going to sustain these sudden whirlwinds, but and he's just going to keep eating them because Tech is going to keep healing him up, and there's so much health and protection regen in this team that we're just going to eat them for the entire round. The only thing that we have to look out for is when is actually Poe Dameron and his unique ability here when if an enemy critically hits an inspired ally, all buffs are dispelled from that enemy at the end of the turn. So that is actually annoying because what happens is if Rekka, for instance, Rekka has to be taunting to get to obviously REY targets him for a sudden whirlwind, he has to be taunting. If for some reason, let's say Hunter, Echo, or Tech critically hits, I don't know, REY, when we get an inspiration offer, they will lose their stealth, and then maybe Rekka then critically hits someone, he will lose his taunt then, and then REY has the opportunity to go for one of the, let's just say, Hunter, and she then sudden whirlwinds Hunter, then it's game over. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try, usually you'd bring Omega for this, but I'm going to try Shark T here just so in that case she's got the assault team where she can give, if she targets a tank, she can give them taunt. So just in case there is that situation, but we probably won't win this, but I would just want to show you how it works, and that if we play it right, Rekka should be able to take multiple sudden whirlwinds. But yeah, and this is a great thing, like we're going to take all these buffs, going to get heaps of turn meter. We want Rekka to taunt, and look at that, already we're going to get sudden whirlwind here. So let's just see, Rekka's got translation as well. And see that just there. So Tech just had his go, and you would have seen just before he had stealth, like 3 stacks of translation, he had everything. He critically hit someone with inspiration, and then Poe Dameron's unique came into play, and then he lost all of his buffs. So that's what we don't want happening, but because Rekka's taunting, we are still okay. And let's go here, let's try and get into damage immunity. If we win this, I'll be very surprised. Okay, so that's bad, see? And that's what we don't want happening. So that's a perfect example of what you don't want to happen. Let's see if we can just do like a little bit of a cleanup. Take out what we can. Yeah, JTR might be a little bit of annoyance, but REY's going to go ultimate here and probably screw us over. But I just wanted to show you what it kind of looks like. Maybe Rekka can sustain an ultimate, but I don't think he would be. Unfortunately, we just gained turn meter, and that's charging REY up. I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Well, he ate it up, so yeah, it just shows you how big Rekka's health and protection pool is, and if you can only imagine what it'd be like if it was like, I don't know, Relic 8, even Relic 9 on Rekka. He'd be able to he'd chew those sudden whirlwinds up, no problem. So this is similar to the gas versus REY. You've got to be really finicky. You've got to make sure when she throws those sudden whirlwinds, you're taunting, and make sure everyone's under stealth. I reckon if we did find a REY with no Poe Dameron, we would be fine. I think we'd do pretty well, but with those comps with Poe Dameron, we just got to be mindful of that, his unique ability there. So unfortunately, guys, I couldn't find a Jedi Knight Revan to showcase Bad Batch against, which is a little bit unfortunate because that's probably the most easiest one. You can definitely format it just with obviously the main Bad Batch here, Hunter, Tech, Echo, and Wrecker. You can 4-mana Jedi Knight Revan. It is a bit unfortunate I couldn't find one in my squad arena. I was just playing too good. So what I'm going to do is, if you'd like to see Bad Batch vs Jedi Knight Revan, leave a comment in the below the video, and I'll definitely get back to you, and I will put up a Bad Batch Jedi Knight Revan video. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm sorry about the length of this one, it is quite long, but I did want to explain the general mechanics of Bad Batch and also display its viability against Darth Revan, gas anyway. We got there in the end, and potential for Galactic Legends REY. I will be putting up in the near future a fine-tuned REY counter once I obviously get my Bad Batch up and running a little bit more. Probably a few more relics on Wrecker would help. So yeah, but until then, let me know if you have any tips or something for my videos. I'm open to any advice at all, and if you want to see, I'm about to get another account come in, which has pretty much all the toys. So if you want anything in particular you want to know, write it in the comments. Say, oh, can you do, Lord Bane, can you do a, I don't know, some off-meta counters for Jedi Knight Revan or something? Or maybe can you showcase Darth Revan up against Jedi Master Luke? Something like that. But in the near future, I am going to do some C-Pit teams. I'm going to show you how to solo Phase 1 with Kenobi and Cat. Something that I'm definitely going to make our guild work on. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys spending the time to watch this one. It is quite long, but until next time.